Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to our monthly edition of the Hatchery Cup, number 11. It's great to be here, finally covering this event live. In the past, we've been having to cover this via replays, but we are now able to catch this live in the moment, here and now, with everyone else involved. And let's just jump right into this, because spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our green Protoss player. We have our Ukrainian Protoss representing Team Hazul. It is Gref. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Terran player representing his new team, the Platinum Heroes. It is Nicoract. Here we go. I just need a moment here to set up the players as well. Unfortunately, they are a different color. I'm shaking my head. But yeah, it's great to be back here. Great to be back here with the Hatchery Cup. For those that are curious, this is an event hosted on a monthly basis by the lovely Hatsu. So big shout out to Hatsu. I believe she is casting over on her own channel in the Russian language. Oh, as we are about to pop off, because of course we are. We're featuring the Ukrainian Protoss. Gref does one thing and one thing only, and that is cannon rush. And here we go. The pylon is up and running. Boys have been pulled. We have 3 SCVs here towards the north. We have 2 SCVs here towards the south. We have another pylon in the main base. We do wall off. No, we fully wall off, which means cannons are going to get up and running. We do have a Rax here on the way. 2 Rax response by Nicoract. A bold move. We'll see if we can get this up and running. We do have a second probe out on the map as well. 2 pylons are up and running. This probe is getting very low though, and the probe does go down. Big pick off. The probe does fall. We do have a cannon on the way, but the probe is stuck. There is no way out behind these mineral patches, and this probe, or at least 2 cannons, is all that we can afford. It's all that we can get. Never mind. We have a 3rd cannon on the way. A 3rd cannon in production. A 3rd probe is being sent across map as well to try to camp the production, try to take control of this location. We have 1 Marine out right now. We're doing quite a bit of damage here to one of the cannons. A 2nd Marine have arrived. We're trying to barely get within range, but the cannons, they do get up and running, and we are denying so much mining in the main. So much mining in the main base. Bunker does finish though. Big pick-off here actually. The bunker completing. Bunker is now done. 1 cannon is going to be going down. The 2nd probe has arrived. More pylons are on the way. Ooh, and the cannon is out of range. Sorry, the bunker is out of range. My apologies here. In the bunker, it's gonna go down. Where's the repairs? No repairs. We're out of money. We're out of time. GG gets called, and Gref will take game number 1. GG. Again, Gref, he is known for just purely cannon rushing in the European region, and he is one of the best out there. One of the best at the cannon rushes. So just like that, takes a 1-0 lead. Despite the fact that, to be honest, I mean, everyone in a macro game, most people in a macro game are favored against Gref. Nicoract as well, he's favored to make it far in this tournament, but he's up against the wall. He's up against the wall right now, and 1 more loss will spell the end of his tournament run in the Hatchery Cup. Aye. But as I was getting into, Hatchery Cup is a monthly event hosted by Hatsu, of course, and Hatsu's covering this in her own native language, in her own region. Likewise, this event is open to all players. !B in the chat. !B if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. There's a Wikipedia page, there's a challenge bracket. It's quite stacked, to be honest. A lot of really good players. We can go over the specifics later on down the line. We can go under the specifics once we wrap up this series and get a feeling for where this series is headed as well. Where are we going and who is to come? Again, just some really high quality players here from the European region are going to be duking it out. Even here right now in the first round, some pretty big names, some favorites to make a deep run here. And yeah, already just a bit of a surprising result. I mean, I say surprising, but again, Gref, he's known for cannon rushing, and even if you know what's coming, doesn't mean you can stop it. Doesn't mean you can stop it from occurring. Oh boy. It's already a wild one, and it's going to be a short series. Thankfully, our players are asking for a moment, but here we go. We are ready to dive into this. You can hear the beeps. We are loading into game number 2. Here we go. As game 2 is going to be taking place on Solaris. And the question is not whether or not we're going to get a cannon rush. No, we are. It's about whether or not it will succeed. That is the real question. Let's go. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Solaris, we have, oh, I have to switch our players over. We have our Ukrainian Protoss player, the Green Protoss, leading the series 1-0. The Cannon Rusher himself representing Team Hazul. It is Gref. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent, we have his next victim. Can he survive? Can he force an ace match? It's the Red Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes. I would say the highest rated Terran in the entire bracket, but he's down in this series. He needs to fight back here and now. It is Nicoract. Of course, representing his new team, the Platinum Heroes. As I just quickly set up our lovely player here. Bam. Beautiful. Okay. Well, the pylon has arrived. Sorry, the probe has arrived. Boys are being pulled. Pylon has been thrown down. A lot of workers here have been pulled towards the low ground to make sure that there is no low ground cannon rush. Pylons do fully wall off. A cannon is going to get up and running. There is going to be there should be a cannon here, but at the same time, really nice service area on this pylon. We do get a surround. Cannon, though, oh, the probe does get squeezed out. Cannon is on the way. Never mind. Oh, there it is. Cannon in production. That was some slick moves out of Gref. He did squeeze his way over towards left-hand side. Did manage to throw down another wall of pylons. This cannon will finish. Another probe has arrived. Bunker is on the way, but this probe, I imagine, is headed behind the mineral line. Where are we headed from here? There we go. More cannons on the way. Sorry, another pylon even. Throw down another pylon. It's a kill on a pylon. Again, that cannon should complete. Marine is on the way. More cannons here on the other side of the bunker as well. Marine has made it out. There is a gateway. The SCV goes down. More cannons being thrown down. Okay, it's going to be 2 cannons in total. That third cannon that did fall, that was not a kill. That was a cancel on that cannon. But it looks like we should have enough DPS to bring this down. Yeah, this cannon does not have a lot of HP left. Ooh, the probe gets stuck. Well, the probe was stuck. Was contained. The cannon does fall. And Nicoract, he has some momentum going his way. Going for the probe. He goes to the probe. Does focus it down. The probes have fallen. And that means that this cannon rush has come to an end. It has come to an end here. We can stop the cannons from traversing, from crawling towards the mineral line. As I say that, oh, maybe I spoke too soon. I mean, we're within range of the gas geyser, but not much else. There's not much else here. We have a third probe being sent across the map, but again, with all these Marines, I love the interception. The Marines, they position themselves to stop the probe from getting into the main base, and Gref is transitioning back at home. Again, the cannon rush has concluded. We do delay gas mining, but it's back up and running. Factory is on the way. And again, Nicoract, he's looking good here. He's looking strong. He's going for a big counter attack, and there's nothing at home to defend. There's one cannon on the way, but we can always avoid the cannon. The main is too large. We can head around the backside. We can head towards the mineral line. And Nicoract, he should be able to clean this up. He should be able to tie this series up 1-1. As Marines are on the way. So I was just responding to chat. As Marines, yeah, they get behind the mineral line. No mining whatsoever here in the main base. No mining in the main. The pylon is going to be focused down. And with the death of the pylon, that's going to be the death of everything else here in the main base as well. Oh, it does get focused down. And nothing is powered. Probes are dying one after the other. Good drone drilling here to get us surrounding on some of these Marines. But that's going to be 11 dead workers. Ay, ay, ay. Behind this, we have a proxy being set up. It looks like a proxy Stargate, but GG gets called, and Nicoract, he does tie things up 1-1. We're going to the ace match. GG. GG, well played. We are going all the way to game number 3. Let's go. Let us go. We have tied things up here. And again, the question becomes not whether or not we're going to see a cannon rush in game 3, but whether or not it will succeed. And I have to give some props to Gref because he had some slick moves. I love the way he was able to just like push his way across the edge of the main base and actually squeeze his way forward and continue the cannon rush and build upon it as well. It was really cool to see. didn't quite succeed in the end. Again, Nicoract, he did such a great job at focusing down those pylons, focusing on the cannon as well, and shutting them down before they could really become too much of an issue. Again, props to Gref, but again, a stronger defense out of Nicoract. How will the series end, though? How will it conclude as we load in to Golden Aura? Show me your next cannon rush. Show me how this continues. Show me how this story ends. I want to know. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of a Golden Aura, we have our Ukrainian Protoss player, the green Protoss representing Team Hazu. Forced into the ace match, the cannon rusher himself. It is Gref. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the red Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes. Tying up the series 1-1, it is Nicoract. Here we go. Nicoract here for revenge, here to try to redeem himself in game number 3. Forge has been thrown down, of course it has, and the cannon rush is upon us. We have the first and second probe being sent across the map, so 2 probes in total for the time being. Pylons are going to be thrown down. The question becomes where the pylon's going to be. I love that we already proactively pull the boys. We get some damage done here on the probe already. Here, almost burning through its shields. His shields have been stripped away. Whole damage being dealt. The first pylon has been thrown down. Second probe about to arrive. Again, Nicoract, he's already in position here at these low ground locations. Probe taking a lot of damage. Oh, it goes down. That's a big loss for Gref. 1 probe falls. There's 1 probe left. Tries to go in for the cannon. Does get it down. We get a cannon. We get a wall of pylons as well. But 3 SCVs make it through. And 3 SCVs, I think that may just be enough. The probe trying to force the SCV off the pylon, but it's not going to be enough. The SCV, it looks like, yeah, we shut down the cannon rush. The cannon does fall. The SCVs, they make it out. There's not a single cannon up and running. This probe, it's far too low. The HP is far too low at this point. It goes down. Third probe has arrived, but there are 0 cannons. You can't cannon rush without cannons, puppy. Bunker, it gets up and running. First Marine has arrived, and Gref is transitioning back at home. We have a gateway on the way. It is in production, but still a ways off, and Nicoract has a massive lead. Yeah, salvages the bunker, knows he doesn't need it, not anymore. Pylons are being focused down. And back at home, yeah, we just have to try to work on a gateway. No, we're continuing the cannon, okay. We are going for a bit of a different variation of cannon rush. Now, the problem here is that how many pylons have fallen? 1 pylon, soon to be 3. That is 300 minerals down the drain. When you're on 1 base economy, every mineral is that much more important. It is so valuable to you, so invaluable even. So Gref is having a really hard time pivoting away from this. CC on location, factory already in production here for Nicoract. Soon to be a Cyclone, I imagine. We're walling off with cannons, and I imagine we're going for a proxy Stargate. We could go for a proxy Robo. Both are viable. We are waiting for the Cybercore to finish. And once the Cybercore is done, well, then we can ease into either a Robo or Stargate. We can ease into a Mortal Production or Void Rays, one or the other. Which direction will we go in? Looking at the vision of Nicoract, he has spotted the cannons. He's aware. He does have the vision. And there it is. Stargate is on the way. So it's going to be, I imagine, proxy Void Ray. So again, both options have like uses. Whether it's proxy Void Ray or proxy Immortal, we go for a ninja base. Let's go. We're going for a ninja base right outside the natural as well. Cyclone has arrived. Does outrange cannons. And these cannons, they're going to be going down one after the other. We just don't have enough time to build up a Void Ray. This is just so delayed. It's so late here. Oh my god. We do take some extra hits. But the cannon is going to fall. Eventually, all cannons will. There it is. Void Ray is being chronoed. But even if the Void Ray pops out, I don't know if that's going to be enough. Yeah, we collapse on that cannon. Shield battery is out of energy. Another shield battery is about to finish up. Just barely in time to keep it alive for a couple of extra seconds. And we're just buying time for the Void Ray, but the cannon does fall. We dive on the pylon. So it's this pylon! And the Void Ray, is it going to come out? It's not. Oh, it's so close. It does not come out. GG gets called, and Nicoract will take the series 2-1. Will advance on to the next round. GG, well played. Nicoract will survive the cannon rusher, will make it on, and my condolences to Gref, but he made for an entertaining series nonetheless. GG, well played. GG, well played. Nicoract does make it through. And with that, we are here to determine who makes it through alongside him and who's going to face off. Who will he face off in that next round? As we quickly do double check. And we will find ourselves here. Beautiful. Okay. Exclamation mark B. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves. When it comes to the game, when it comes to especially that last game, I mean, shout out to Gref. He almost made it work. But again, because he has a reputation, because everyone knows how he plays, we saw how Nicoract was able to be so proactive, right? When it came to SCVs patrolling on the low ground, when it came to focusing down the probes as well, just so quick to pull the boys and get on top of those workers. Like, just a really crisp reaction out of Nicoract, really solid defense. And again, we can now switch our scenes over and have a look at the brackets.